Hello everyone, my name is Suzanne and welcome to this flow. We're going to be focusing on hip opening today. You don't need any props. Go ahead and start in a cross-legged position. Bring your hands to your knees, close your eyes, and just start to deepen your breath. Arrive in your space. Take a big inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and exhale, sigh it out. Inhale through your nose again. Now keep your mouth closed. Keep that same sound in your throat as you exhale for Ujjayi breath. Keep the inhale also with that sound in your throat. And keep that sound in your throat as you exhale. Now we're going to bring the hands behind us. You can put your feet in front of you about hips width distance apart. And just start with some gentle windshield wipers, dropping your knees side to side. And just see how your hips are feeling today. Maybe press that top knee forward a little more to get a little extra stretch. Maybe look behind you a little bit for a bit of a twist. And now drop your knees all the way over towards the right. Really flex your feet. Don't be afraid to bring your feet pretty far away from your hips. And then walk your hands out in front of you, folding forward, maybe coming down onto the forearms for an early hip opener stretch here. You might feel this in your hip and your glute and your low back on that right side. And then come up through the center. We're just going to do the other side. So pick up your knees, drop them to the left. Again, flex your feet, almost like a 90-90 position, and walk it out, finding a stretch on this side. Take a few deep breaths. Now we're going to come up on this side, we're going to do a twist. So you're going to take your right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you, and we're maybe looking over that left shoulder behind us. It's still pretty early in the class, so really take it easy. Now bring that foot in so it's touching your thigh, and we're going to bring the hands to the hips and try to come up to kneeling, and exhale, sit down with control. Again, inhale as you lift up. Push the hips forward, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, sit down with control. Inhale as you come up. You got it. Exhale to lower. Now bring your hands together in front of heart center. Pick up your legs and try and flip them over to the other side to challenge your hip mobility. And coming into your twist. Left hand on right knee, right hand behind you. Maybe looking over the back shoulder. Breathing deeply. Now bring your hands to your hips. Bring that foot in so it touches the thigh. Inhale up to kneeling. Exhale, down you go. Notice if one side is feeling a little different than the other. Try and really keep your core and your glutes engaged, especially at the top. Give everything a little squeeze. And exhale as you lower down. Now from here, just send your right hand back behind you. Push into it and lift your hips. Reach your left arm long. Exhale, lower down. And pick up your knees, drop them to the other side. Left hand behind you. Inhale, lift up, and exhale. And keep going, just alternating side to side. It might feel like you are going in really strange directions, maybe even off of your mat. That's okay. We're just trying to get a little bit of movement in our hips. And this can also feel really nice for the side body, a little back bendy. Allow this to be more like intuitive movement, not so structured, maybe a little faster, maybe a little slower. And then we're going to just bring the soles of the feet together, drop the knees open, and fold forward for our bound angle pose. You can always give yourself a little extra pressure with the elbows. Push the elbows down onto your legs. Inhale to come all the way up. You can bring your knees together, hug them into your chest. And then cross your ankles, put your hands out in front of you, and we're going to step back into a tabletop position. Spread the fingers wide, stack your joints, drop your belly, look forward as you inhale. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, heavy belly, light heart. Exhale, round and push away. Inhale, find a neutral spine. Tuck your toes and lift your knees away from the floor. We're going to hold here in a floating tabletop. Try and keep the spine still nice and long and neutral. Keep the joints stacked. Almost feel like your back is actually getting longer the longer you float here in your tabletop. Nice. Lower your knees down and take a child's pose. Maybe you want to separate the knees a little wider, walk the arms forward. And take a few deep breaths. Feeling that warmth we're starting to build in the core, in the shoulders, and the hips. Feel how your breath is also probably speeding up, but it's still underneath your control. It's a little warmer. Good. Now we're going to come up to a tabletop position and send your right leg back behind you. Bend your leg, point your toe like you're going to touch the ceiling. Exhale, curl your knee into your belly. Inhale, lift your leg. And exhale, round and curl. It's like a cat-cow with a right leg added on for a little extra oomph. Exhale, curl it in. Now we're going to inhale, pick it up. We're going to hold here and maybe send that left arm back. And maybe you can find your foot back there. Even if you can't reach it, that's fine. Keep reaching back. It actually builds a lot of strength here. Sending the chest forward. Then release your hand down. Keep your leg in this shape. And pick up your right arm, open up your hips into a baby half moon. You can reach your right hand back and grab that same foot you were grabbing before, the right foot. Inhale, open up your arm and your leg. Put your hand down, and we're going to swing that right foot all the way up to the top of your mat, to the outsides of your hands. Inhale, drop your hips forward like a low lunge. Exhale, shift the hips back. Inhale as you rock forward, little hip opening in the hip flexor. Exhale, hips back, and you should feel that in your hamstring and your low back. And then the hands are going to walk to the long edge of your mat and really press into your hands. Engage your core, trying to lift up your right leg. Exhale, lower it down. A few more. Inhale up and exhale down. I know it's hard. One more. Inhale, lift up. Maybe you hold here. Send your left arm out to the side. And we're holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Put the hand down, put the foot down, and then shift your hips back. Thinking child's pose here. You can relax your forehead down onto your hands. It's like a half child's pose. The left leg is still bent like child's pose, but the other leg is nice and stretched. If you want to do a little extra hip mobility, you can flex your right foot. Kind of experiment. Try turning the toes forward and back and feeling how your leg bone turns in your hip joint. Now walk your way back to that lunge position. So walk your hands to the front of the mat, tuck under with your back toes, and just shift forward and back a few times. Then take a big step. Both feet are outside of your hands. Drop your hips low, bring your hands together. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Really pressing the elbows out against the knees. Release your hands down, lift your hips up, turn all 10 toes to the front. Give your head a little shake, grab your elbows, ragdoll position. Your knees can be as bent as they want to be here. Just let your back decompress. Release your hands down, keep your knees bent, and slowly roll your way up to standing. On your way to the top, let's inhale, reach the arms open, big circle. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, find a flat back. And then put your hands on the floor and step back to a plank position. Let's inhale, shift forward to the tippy toes. Exhale, shift back to down dog. Take a few deep breaths here. Maybe you can already feel a little difference across your hips. You can pick up your heels, put out your feet a few times if you want. And let's inhale, pick up the heels, and then lower the knees down for tabletop position. Stack all of your joints. And send your left leg back behind you. Bend the knee, point the toes. Exhale, curl that knee in. Inhale, pick it up like you're going to poke a hole in the ceiling. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you round. Now we're going to inhale, pick it up and hold here. Maybe the right arm goes back and your hand makes contact with the foot. If you have contact, kind of try and kick your foot into your hand, like you're trying to lift everything up a little higher, a little wider. And then release your hand down. Keep your leg in that shape, just open up your hips. Pick up your left arm and reach back. Catch that same foot with your other hand now. Don't be afraid to really squeeze it in, get that lovely hip flexor and quad stretch. Inhale, open up your arm and your leg. Put your hand down and we're going to swing that left foot all the way to the front of the mat, outside of your hands. Shift your weight forward. Exhale, shift your hips back. And a few more like that. Inhale as you glide the hips forward. Exhale as you kind of round the spine and go back. Inhale, shift forward. And then exhale, round back. We're going to inhale, come forward, and now walk the hands to the other long edge of your mat. And I'm sorry I have my back to you here, but I think you get the idea. We're going to really press in the hands, lift up the leg. Exhale, put it down. Inhale, lift up that leg. Exhale, put it down. One last one. Inhale, pick it up. And maybe you want to hold here. Feeling strong. Right arm out to the side. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Put down the hand, put down the foot, and then sink those hips back for your half child's pose. Find any sort of comfortable position for your head. And then maybe flex your left foot and like a little quarter circle motion with the toes. Point them up to the ceiling. Dial them towards the floor. Feel your leg bone turning in your hip joint. And then come on up. We're going to walk ourselves back to the front of the mat. And we're in that low lunge. Just tuck your toes under. Kind of activate your back leg. And then big step with the back foot. So the feet are outside the hands. Turn the toes out. Drop the hips down. And send your left hand down on the floor in front of you. Inhale, reach the right arm behind you. Twist. Exhale, bring it down. Other side. Inhale, left arm opens. Exhale, bring the hand down. Inhale to the right. Exhale, center. Inhale to the left. Engage your middle back and bring it down. Lift the hips up. Turn all 10 toes to the front. And we are finding our ragdoll position. Letting everything hang. Giving everything a little shake. Breathing deeply. Bend your knees and roll your way up to standing. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, bring the hands together, bring the feet together. Inhale, reach your arms open. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, find a flat back. Put your hands on the floor, step back to a plank position. Inhale, shift forward to the tippy toes. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, extend your arms. Exhale, tuck the toes, down dog. Take a few breaths here. Now we've done both sides. We're hopefully feeling a little more symmetrical, but maybe there's still some little differences across the sides of the body. Just see if you can notice any sensation that's coming up for you. Inhale, pick up your heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Look at your hands. You can step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, find a flat back once you get there. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way to standing, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands in front of heart center. Inhale, open up your arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Hands to the floor. You can step or you can hop back, moving through your vinyasa. And we'll all meet up in our downward facing dog. If you ever need a break, feel free to take a child's pose. Really be mindful of your energy, be mindful of your wrists. Breathe deeply into the backs of your legs. Inhale, pick up your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look at the hands. Step or maybe hop the feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back once you get there. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing, arms open. Exhale, hands to heart center. A sun salutation B. Inhale, reach your arms up. Bring your palms together and bend your knees, sitting back into a chair pose. Inhale here. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Hands to the floor and your vinyasa, whether you're stepping or you're hopping. We'll meet up in a downward facing dog. Now inhale, pick up your right leg and step your right foot up between your hands. Spin your back heel down, so warrior one feet. Inhale, arms up, hands together. Exhale, hands down, foot back. Another vinyasa, down through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, pick up your left leg. Exhale, foot to your hands, back heel down. Find your grounded warrior one position, arms up, hands together. Exhale, hands down, step your foot back, and vinyasa. And we'll meet up in downward facing dog for a few breaths. Feel how everything is getting warmer and looser, and maybe your awareness of your body is also spreading and increasing. Inhale, pick up your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look at the hands, step or maybe hop the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees. You end up in that chair pose again, and then you can stand up and relax the arms down. Now bring your feet hips width distance apart. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, fold forward and bend your knees a lot. Now inhale, twist the right and stretch your right leg long. Exhale, bend the knee, hand down. Other side. Inhale, twist left. Exhale, bring it down. You're trying to open up the outside of your hips and also get some activity in your middle back, engagement in your middle back. Now, once you're back in the center, you can step or hop back through a vinyasa. We'll meet back in a downward facing dog. And let's inhale to shift forward to a plank position. And with control, lower yourself down to the floor. This might be a push-up, it might be the knees down, whatever works for you. And then bring your arms off of the edges of your mat. Your hands are on the floor probably, with your elbows bent at 90 degrees. Inhale, lift your head and peel your chest away from the floor. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to peel and lift off. And exhale, lower. Now you could just keep going like this, or you come up and you also pick up those arms, making it a little harder for your back muscles. Whatever works for you. Inhale as you lift up, and exhale, lower down. Now we're going to inhale, lift up, straighten the arms, and sweep them down by your sides. Look forward. Imagine like you're a statue at the front of a ship. Keep lifting your chest away from the floor. Big, strong back bend. And then you can exhale and lower down. Just make a little pillow for your forehead with your hands out in front of you. You can give your hips a little bit of a wiggle if that feels good. Now we're going to bring the hands out where our elbows just were, so more in line with your shoulders. Tend up on the fingertips. Inhale, peel the chest away from the floor. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Peel the shoulder blades, slide down your back, like they're going to go into your back pockets, if your pants have pockets. Inhale, come up, look over your right shoulder. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, look up over the left shoulder. And bring it down. Nice. We're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders and just press ourselves back into an active child's pose. So keep your toes tucked, maybe widen the knees a little bit. Stretch the arms forward. Give that low back some space. Big deep breaths into your belly and your low back area. Now look forward, and we're going to meet up in our tabletop position. We'll just take one cat-cow here. Drop the belly, inhale, look forward. And then exhale, you're going to tuck the toes, push the hips back, and land in downward facing dog. Just take a few breaths here. Inhale, pick up your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look at your hands, step or hop, make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up to standing, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Bend your knees, and we're going to find that chair pose again. Float your right leg up and cross into a figure 4 position. Your top foot is flexed. And then you could stay here, or you could exhale and start to bend the standing leg more until maybe your forearms approach or even touch your top ankle. Try and keep your chest, your collarbones still kind of shining forward. Try to think of it more like you're sitting down, not so much like you're bending over. Inhale, come all the way up, pick up your knee, pick up your arms. Exhale, just step yourself back into a warrior 1. Bring your hands to your hips and do a little self-adjustment. Turn the hips forward. You'll usually find you have to adjust your back foot then. And then when you have your feet figured out, bring your hands up overhead to touch. And if it's okay for your neck, send your gaze up beyond your hands and find that lovely stability in the legs. Then exhale, sweep your arms behind you and grab the opposite elbows. Straighten your front leg, bring your back foot in a step. Make sure the hips are pointing forward. Inhale to prepare and lengthen. Exhale, hinge from the hips and fold forward. This is really great for stretching the backs of the legs, but also for really building a lot of strength in the backs of the legs and in your back muscles. Almost like you're resisting gravity here. You're doing great. Keep breathing. Inhale, come up, reach your arms up. Exhale, bend your front knee and lean forward. Pick up your back leg, warrior 3. Challenge yourself to really square off the hips, get as parallel to the floor as you can here. Bring your feet together, bend your knees, arms up. Exhale, hands down, other side. Left leg goes up into figure 4. Inhale here, maybe exhale, sit a little deeper if you try that on the other side. Maybe things make contact, maybe they don't. No worries. Try and keep the chest really shining forward, really challenging. Now inhale, stand all the way up, pick up your arms, pick up your left knee. Exhale, take a big step back into warrior 1. Self-adjustment, bring your hands to your hips and just literally turn your hips forward and find a comfortable position for your feet, for your legs. Inhale, bring your arms up, glue your palms together and send your gaze up beyond your hands. Feel that kind of upward pulling energy through the arms while you feel stable in the legs. Inhale here. Exhale, sweep your arms behind you. Grab opposite elbows. Straighten your front leg and just bring your back foot in a step or 2. Now send the hips forward, square them off, and exhale, hinging from the hips. Really strong legs, strong back. Your gaze usually ends up somewhere around your right big toe. Now we're going to inhale, come all the way up to standing. Send the arms up. Bend your front knee and shift your weight into that foot. Pick up your back foot, warrior 3. Try and drop your head and lift your foot. Be brave. Breathe. Then come up to a chair pose. Feet together, bend your knees, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Hands to the floor, and you can step or hop back and move through your vinyasa. We'll meet up in our downward facing dog. Inhale, pick up your right leg and open up your hip, bend your knee. Really flex your right foot and squeeze your heel into your glute. And drop your left heel down so you get a bit of a calf stretch on the left side. Now we're going to cross that right leg into figure 4 here. And this is a bit of a challenge. If you'd like, you inhale, shift forward to plank. Keep your figure 4. Exhale, back to down dog. Keep your figure 4. Inhale, forward to plank. You got it. Exhale, down dog. Almost done. Inhale, forward to plank. And exhale, down dog. Now big push. Walk your hands to the back of the mat. And you're going to end up in a forward fold with a figure 4 position. You can tend up on your fingertips, drop your head, just enjoy that stretch in the right hip glute area. And then bring your hands to heart center and stand up as graceful as you can. Kick that right leg forward and step that foot to the middle of your mat. And we're going to make a dancer. Step into your right foot. Grab your left leg. Right arm goes up. And you could just stay there, or you could start to lean your chest forward and kick that back leg up. It's a nice dancer pose right in the middle of your mat. Inhale, bring yourself to the center. Just kick your left leg forward and put it at the front of your mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down and pick up your right leg. Try a half moon. Open up the hips, send that right arm up. It's okay if wobbles happen. And then from here, we're going to go into a warrior two. So bend the standing leg and send your foot to the back of the mat. Warrior two. Feel free to adjust a little bit if you didn't land totally perfectly. Now from here, we're going to look forward over the front hand. And then inhale, extend through your front leg, reach the arms up. Now bend your right knee, your back knee. Pop the left toes up towards the ceiling, Skandasana. Inhale up to the center. Exhale, warrior two again, look forward. Now we just alternate. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend your right knee, flex your left foot. Inhale up to the center, reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Now we're going to inhale, come all the way up and turn the left toes to the long edge of the mat. And let's bring the hands to the hips, turn all 10 toes in a little. Inhale to lengthen and prepare. Exhale, folding forward. Bring the hands down to the floor. You can always walk the hands a little deeper, more kind of underneath your hips, between your feet. Give your head a little shake. Now inhale, find a flat back. Bring your hands to your hips and inhale all the way up to standing. Turn your left toes to the front of the mat. Find a warrior two. Bend your back knee and push off. Try and jump this way into a warrior two. Maybe you feel like bending the top leg, grabbing your foot or your ankle. Inhale, open up the arm and the leg if you bound. Bring the feet down right next to each other. And we're going to inhale, pick up the heels, bend the knees, and come on down to balance on the balls of the feet. So you can let go of the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Drop the arms forward and roll back. Bring your hips to the floor, pick up your feet just for a second, and then put down the feet, open up the knees, and taking your bound angle pose again. Inhale to lengthen and prepare. Hinge from your hips as you fold forward. We're a lot warmer now since the last time we did this pose at the beginning of class. So maybe you feel a slight difference here. Inhale brings you all the way up. Bring your knees together. Hug the knees in, cross the ankles, and you can step or hop back through your vinyasa. We'll meet up in a downward facing dog. For the other side, we're going to inhale to pick up the left leg. Open up the hip, bend the knee, flex your foot, squeeze that heel in, and really heavy right heel. Inhale here, and then exhale, find that figure four with your left leg. So cross it over the other leg. And this is the challenge. Inhale, glide forward to plank, keep your figure four. Exhale, down dog, push the hips back. Inhale, strong shoulders, strong hips. Exhale, push back. You got it. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, big push to the back of your mat. Walk your hands back. And finding some sort of a forward fold here with figure four. Maybe hands on the floor, maybe hands at heart center. Maybe you have a block at home. You can always use a block. With control, come all the way up to standing. Just kick that left leg forward, flex your foot, and step to the middle of your mat. For dancer pose, really step into that left foot. Pick up your right foot, left arm up, and then exhale. Lean your chest forward as you lift that back leg. You can always have a little micro bend in the standing leg. It actually helps with the balance a lot. Now we're going to come through the center. Just kick your right leg forward and step to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms up like you're going to do a handstand. Hands down and kick that left leg up. Open up your hip and find half moon on this side. Flex that floating foot. Keep it really active. Drop back into warrior two. Feel free to adjust your feet for your warrior two position. And then inhale, stretch your front leg long, reach your arms up. Exhale, bend your back knee, skandasana. Flex your right foot. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your front knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right toe spiral up to the ceiling. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach your arms up, and we're going to turn the right toes to the long edge of the mat. And turn now the Alton toes out. Bend your arms, bend your legs, and finding goddess position. There's a 90-degree angle bend both in the legs and in the arms. Be brave and sink the weight back into your heels. Imagine you have a wall behind you. Bring your hands to your thighs and twist to the right. So you bend your right elbow, you drop your left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center. And you can really, with your hands, kind of push your knees open to intensify that inner thigh and groin stretch. And we're also really feeling this in the middle back. You can stretch your legs. And now turn Alton toes into the center. Bind your hands at your low back. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold forward. And maybe your bound hands lift up off of your back and kind of go overhead like they're going to go towards the floor. Keep your breath nice and deep. Inhale, come out halfway up. Bring your hands to your hips and come the rest of the way up. Now turn your right toes forward, bend your front knee. You might need to make your stance a little shorter and push off with your back foot. Try and jump kind of sideways into half moon on this side. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you tried this before, bending the top leg, grabbing your foot, your ankle for bound half moon. Really nice. Don't worry about the wobble. Don't worry if this side is any different than the other side. Just remember to breathe and have fun. Now put down your hand, put down your feet right next to each other. Inhale, pick up your heels, and exhale, drop the hips down, let go of the floor, find your balance in the balls of your feet. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, roll yourself back into a boat pose. And I'm going to turn to face the long edge of the mat, but you're welcome to still face the front. Just open up your legs really, really wide, big V shape, flex your feet. And then start to walk your hands forward and away from you. We want to really make sure the feet stay flexed here. And our kneecaps are always pointing up at the ceiling. If you ever notice that your toes or your knees are starting to kind of drop or drift inwards, then that means you've kind of maxed out your hip flexibility. So see if you can really keep the toes pointing up, the knees pointing up, and really kind of concentrate the stretch in your hips, in your inner thighs and your groin. Breathe deep here. Now walk your hands back in towards you and bring the legs together. If you turn to the side, you can face the front again. Really flex your feet. Maybe you want to sit up on a blanket. Inhale, lengthen the chest. Exhale, folding forward. Feel free to hold on to something. With every inhale, use whatever you're holding on to kind of lengthen your spine a little longer. And then as you exhale, use that strong hold to maybe pull yourself a little bit deeper. Inhale brings you all the way up. Bring your knees into your chest, cross your ankles, and just get yourself back into a plank. You can step or hop And then lower yourself all the way down to your belly. However you want to get there is fine. Now we're going to send the arms down by our sides with our palms on the floor. And inhale, we're going to peel the head, the arms, and the feet away from the floor for a version of a locust pose. Really think long here rather than high. Think how long can you feel through the toes, the tops of the head. Inhale here. And then exhale, lower down. Bring your hands out in front of you so you have a little place to rest your forehead. Feel free to wiggle your hips if that feels nice. Now we're going to bend into the legs, and we're going to just try to pick the legs up away from the floor. The thighs, the knees, like we're trying to stand the feet on the ceiling. Then add the arms, reach them back. And we're not binding just yet, we're just building some strength here with this drill. Exhale, relax everything down. Keep your legs bent and just do a little windshield wiper. Let your pelvis rock around to kind of release your low back. And now yet another version. We're going to send the arms back behind us, make a bind. And now try picking up the legs and picking up the arms away from your back. Making sure you're still breathing here. And then exhale, lower down. Again, little windshield wiper, nice deep breath. If you're feeling like you're kind of reached your edge, then feel free to take an earlier variation. Otherwise, we're going to continue up to the full pose, reaching back for the feet, peeling our chest and our thighs away from the floor and trying to kind of lift everything up and wider, a little taller, a little longer. Inhale here. Exhale, release with control. And our final windshield wiper. Breathing into the low back also really releases it a little bit. Now we're going to prepare picking up the right leg and just lowering it down. Inhale the left and put it down. Now bring your hands under your shoulders, pick up your right leg, and you're going to push up with your hands, roll up to seated, and end up in a twist, like we did at the beginning of class. And then hands back to the mat. On the other side, pick up your left leg, big spiral open, twisty twist, and back to the center. Give it a few more tries. You can go as fast or as slow as you want, and even get a little bit of a momentum going, letting the arms and the legs kind of swing around, feeling that lovely full rotational spiral. Once you've done both sides, come back to the center, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, and press your hips back into a child's pose. Any variation you want, see where your arms want to go. Take a few deep breaths, feeling the breath calm and soften in the body. We're going to make our way to a seated position, so kick your legs straight out in front of you, and then cross your right leg into that figure 4 shape once again. Flex your foot, tent up on your fingertips, and then gently start to walk your hands forward, keeping your left foot active and flexed. Just releasing that low back area, that right hip. Right, and then you can come up. We're just going to do the other side. So cross your left leg into figure 4. Inhale to prepare, flex that right foot, and exhale, walk the hands forward. And you can make your way up now. Just lean back, untangle the legs, and shift yourself forward. So the feet are still at the top of the mat, hips a distance apart. Your butt is in the middle of the mat. Hold behind your knees. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, roll back. Little seated cat-cow. Inhale as you bring yourself forward. Exhale as you round back. Inhale forward. Exhale, round back, and then we're just going to keep sliding, making our way to the floor. Once you've made your way to the floor, take a nice big stretch, point your toes, reach your arms, big inhale. Open the mouth and exhale. Nice job. Almost done. Bring your arms down by your sides and set your feet down on the mat. And just ending with a little bit of a gentle windshield wiper of the knees, left and right, the way we started the class actually. And then the next time your knees have dropped over towards the right, you're welcome to stay there. And you could cross your right foot on top of your left thigh, almost like a figure 4 again. This just puts more weight on your left thigh or left knee, and it increases that stretch in your left quad. Yet another variation would be to reach back with your left hand and grab your left foot, kind of fold it underneath you. See what feels good for you. These are both totally optional. Just see what you feel like your hips are needing right now. Alright, let's make our way to the center and find the other side. Seeing if on this side you want to do some variations, crossing that left foot on top of the right thigh, maybe catching the right foot. And sending your gaze over the right shoulder. Make your way back to the center. And then take your feet up for a happy baby. You're holding on to the insides or outsides of your feet. You're rocking a little bit from side to side if that feels good. And then bring the soles of your feet together. See if you can open up your knees a little bit wider and kind of pull the feet down towards your groin. And feel how your whole back is flush against the floor here. And breathe into your low back, your middle back, your upper back, and let the back of the head fall a little deeper into the floor. Whenever you're ready, you can bring your knees together and then finding your Shavasana position, your rest position. Making sure you're comfortable, making sure you're warm enough. Letting the legs splay out, letting the arms take up some space. Close your eyes. And just allow your body to sink down to the floor here. Let your breath flow on its own. And let your mind rest on the feeling of your body and your breath. Start to deepen your breath. Then bring little movement back into the fingertips and the toes. Circle out the wrists, the ankles. And take a big stretch. Reach the arms, point the toes. Big inhale. Big exhale. Bring your knees into your chest and roll a little bit from side to side. And then roll onto one side. Take a moment to literally give yourself a hug. Embrace your body. Appreciate the practice. Use your hands to come up to a comfortable seated position, bringing your hands together in front of your heart center. Take a moment of gratitude for your body, your breath, and the time we took today to practice. Bring your hands up to your forehead, and we bow to each other, we bow to ourselves. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, my name is Suzanne. If you liked this class, then go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more like it, feel free to subscribe. And tell a friend also, it really helps with the channel. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Really nice job today, and I'll see you next time on the mat.